What's going on, YouTubers? What's going on? It's your boy, East New York's finest, hosted by the only and the one, or the one and only Mike. What's good? Yay. I'm tired. You're probably noticing that most of my fodder is off the floor. I don't know how long that's gonna last. So I have made a huge executive decision. I may or may not be doing something with the stuff above me right now, or I might just keep that where it is. I haven't really decided yet. Or if I do, I'd probably get rid of some of the ones that aren't really, the G.I. Joes that I have, because I really want to only get G.I. Joe figures that they made back in the 80s to 90s. I mean, even though I'm collecting these ones here, but, when it comes to 25th anniversary, I only really want the ones that on card. I don't need any loose. I have a couple of loose ones that I did keep, which are like I think it's some of the Dreadnoks and the Battle Force 2000 guys, because those are melloways. You got the 50th anniversary ones here that I actually like, but then you got the Renegades and the 50th. Excuse me. So the Renegade guys I might get rid of. Or I might just keep them. I'm not really too sure. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do as of yet. But there are some ones that are down here I might get rid of. Like there's only like 2 Resolutes. So I might get rid of those guys along with these ones here. I haven't decided yet. And then some stuff on the side here. Same thing. So I don't know yet. I haven't really decided. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't decided. Elon didn't tell me what to do, so I don't know. So anyhow, I have decided to get rid of all of my loose 25th anniversary figs. I had a pretty amount. I had a nice size amount. Other than the ones I just mentioned, like the Dreadnoks, and I think I kept the Bazooka. I kept very few, maybe 20 or something like that. Got rid of hundreds. Hundreds of them are gone. They're gone. So, yeah. And, me and fam Eric, we did a trade a couple of weeks ago at the Lands of Meadow, at the Meadowlands. He came out, sold some stuff. And I sold my whole truck of stuff to a guy that I met up a couple days ago, and then I just came from him again today. Definitely a heavy hitter. He's been buying a lot of my stuff, and he's the one I've been selling off all of my extra Joes like these, carded, along with the 25th anniversary loose. I forgot to bring him some of the classifieds. I've always seen the classifieds in the package. I've never really played or dabbled with them. I did get rid of my the Super 7 Cobra Commander, like the articulation and the plastic. A lot of people like Super 7. A lot of people, talked about how the Super 7 Turtles were better than the NECA. I actually had a whole bunch of NECA figures, and I haven't had the Super 7 turtle stuff loose. But from my experience, I personally think the NECA turtle stuff is dope. If they made the TMNT stuff with the same materials and almost the same kind of articulation as they did the G.I. Joe line, I would definitely say the Super 7 Ultimate 6-inch or 7, whatever the fuck they are, is trash. Because that Cobra Commander always kept falling. His articulation is not there compared to Hasbro's classified line. I didn't like, just like everybody else, I didn't like the classified line at first back in 2000. And in 2000, I was collecting all types of madness, man. I was collecting, I'm talking about from NECA, the original TMNT line. I was going ham because I had a guy that was a vendor, and that vendor was selling me stuff for crackhead dirt cheap. I was getting a lot of NECA shit from him. I'm talking about like for fucking $5 to $10 the most. And I'm talking about like heavy hitters, dope shit. But the only problem was almost 90% of the shit that he sold to me is stuff that don't really, like NECA don't really like most NECA figures don't go for that much. I mean, and NECA's been, I mean, since what, 19 or 18 they've been doing that stuff, and they just keep like they kill their own market. They kind of remind me of Mythic Legions. They just kill their own market. You know, they make way too much, and then they keep reproducing the same shit, and then it's like it draws the value down. It's just, it's just crazy, man. I hear a lot of people ranting and talking about all these new toy lines and all this. I'm like, listen, man. You know, just stop fucking buying it. Why you keep bitching and moaning like you can't spend your money on other shit? They sitting here like, yo, fam, you know, I don't know what to tell y'all, fam, and this, and then you got another guy that wants to sit there and be like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Like, and then it's like, I get less views than everybody, and I'm the most sincere, straight up nigga up here. And I said nigga, not nigga, as in, you know, a dare of enlightenment. Like, I'm talking about like a straight up black hood nigga from the streets. I mean, it ain't too many straight up black motherfuckers up here that do what I do, say what I do, and I'm very controversial up here. Excuse me. And I'm very straight to the point. I don't edit. I don't do this and that. And whether I rant to y'all or not, I'd say shit that other people think. I have no filter. I'm straightforward. And I am just like any and everybody else, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I'm very indecisive. If I wasn't, this fucking room would be packed like a stock room in fucking KF, like, wherever. You know, and so would the other room. I mean, I have so much shit in here, I would have to move shit out the way just to sit down. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, I do have a philosophy that I've always lived by that philosophy, but as of lately, it hasn't been doing me no justice, which is, if you can't see it, you don't need it. Can't say that because I have a whole bunch of, you know, Super 7 Thundercats. But to be quite honest, that's stuff that I don't mind having downstairs put away. I am still contemplating on getting into the Super 7 Silverhawks, because same artist, same company, same people as Thundercats. Only reason why I got rid of my vintage Silverhawks and my vintage Thundercats is to get into the Super 7 line. I can't do that with G.I. Joe because G.I. Joe is extremely important to me. That is my favorite. Again, that's the first toy line that made me get out of like old like Tootsie, fucking Matchbox, Tonka, you know, and dope ass model cars and stuff like that. You know, that toy line is what really did it. I mean, you know, Star Wars, I only picked up like the creatures, the stormtroopers, and a lot of the vehicles back then. Because, you know, I thought most of the figures that looked like, you know, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, they didn't look like them. And that 5-point of articulation shit is whack. It's whack. And just like with Super 7 Reaction, I can't see myself spending fucking $20 on a fucking, and this is 2025. Why? And back then it was like fucking $3. Why the fuck am I gonna give you almost 6 times more than that for a fucking figure that still has same size and still has fucking 5 points of articulation? I refuse to do that. And don't get me wrong, there are some nice Super 7 Reaction figures that I would love to get, but they, you know, like some of the ones that were in the cartoon that they never released in any other articulated format for the G.I. Joe line. I'm not giving nobody an arm and a fucking leg for some crusty ass fucking customs when I can make a custom probably 70 to 90% better than anybody out there doing them. And I don't need a fucking 3D printer to do that. I'm good at sculpting and shit like that. You know what I mean? I ain't about to toot my own horn. It is what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not doing it. And I'm not going out there spending thousands of dollars on a machine that I gotta put somewhere with ventilation and spend hundreds of thousands on material, and then I gotta get a nice sander or something just to sand down the line. I'm not doing all that shit, man. I don't have enough space to even want to continue doing that. Like, I'll be seeing some guys up here, like they have a whole basement where they put together this homage of stuff for their 6-inch figures. Who am I to sit there and knock them and get them thumbs down and talk about how crusty they shit look? If you build it, you like it. Yo, listen, man. Art is always in the eyes of the beholder. Plain and simple. It's not my job to judge anybody on what they do with their stuff. And if you're happy with your shit, who am I to come between your happiness? Who am I to sit here and knock somebody down and bully? I hate bullies. And I'm not going to knock you down unless you try to knock me down first. So I like sitting there. I mean, there's a lot of people I can't listen to because of their accents or certain things that they do and say. It's very irritable to me. So I'll watch a little bit, then I'll just go to the next one or whatever. But other than that, I would never sit here and knock somebody. But when you got the same motherfuckers coming up here complaining day in and day out, or ranting day in and day out about the same fucking black cap, but then they keep buying it, and then they're doing, it's like, yo, like, you're a narcissist when you do shit like this. You know what I mean? Like, why would you keep bitching and moaning about the same fucking thing, but then you keep going out there and buying the same fucking thing, and then you sit there and complain about the same thing that you're buying that you don't want to buy, but you continue buying it because other people keep making it and keep selling it. So in reality, you're ranting because you really, like, it's like, stop the bullshit, man. Like, like, sit there and be truthful to yourself. And, shit like that irritates me only because I see the narcissism in individuals when they do shit like that. And, I don't like BS or bullshitters. I don't like bigots, racists, whatever. I don't consider myself a racist. If I have certain experiences with certain groups of people, I'm going to talk about that person. It's just like, how many of us, you're black, how many of us be like this stupid, jiggable, nigga-ass motherfucker? Like, when somebody cuts you off, it don't matter what a race of a person is. You're going to be disrespectful to them if they disrespect you. You don't give a flying fuck who they are, what their agenda is, what their religion. If somebody do something disrespectful to you, you are going to be very derogatory toward them at that specific moment, whether they scare your skin tone or not. That's just the way it is. I can sit up here and say it, and at the end of the day, I really never really gave a flying fuck how anybody view me or what they think of me. If that was the case, I'd have been stopped doing my videos fucking 15 years ago. I am one of the old pioneers of YouTube. And my cousin Russ said it best. He said, yo, Mike, you should have never got rid of your old channel. My old channel was Mike Son 007. If I kept that channel, I'd probably have millions of subs. Most of them hate, but I would have so many. And I should have kept all those old videos. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, who are we if we don't grow? You know what I'm saying? And there were other individuals that egged shit on and this, that, and the third. But there was a lot of shit in that channel that even I would like to go back and look at and be like, damn, look at what I had, or this and that. But, again, I am only a human being. I'm only a person. And you're probably looking right here now, you're probably like, oh shit, he got some 25th anniversary figures. I mean, some classified stuff. Yes. They're only temporarily here because I have to put them in that and in this one right there. They're not going to stay here on the shelves. I only have them here so I can get them off the floor. And I've decided which ones I'm keeping, and then I have to go out and buy some other ones. And yes, I am opening up a bag because my plan was to stick with this, the G.I. Joe and G1 Transformer stuff in the other room. But, Fam Eric, he needed some stuff, and we did a trade, and we did a trade at the while I was selling at the Meadowlands, and he was right along with me, and it's a lot of stuff here, and I do have some packaged classifieds that I did keep. I mean, I had so many that it took my whole left wall, going down the stairs between the attic here and the second floor. Like, it took that whole fucking wall, even wrapped around. I mean, I must have had about 60, 70 figures. I mean, I've been collecting them for a minute, but there are some ones that I do want to get. So let me talk about that and get off the ranting. So yeah, let's, what am I doing here? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna tell you what I have here and why I kept these ones. He had other ones, and I think I made a mistake by not getting one that came with this motorcycle. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I don't have the bike before I talk it out. Unless the figure is here. And the figure isn't, so yeah, that's a mistake. So I have a Crimson Trouble Bubble. I have 2 Sergeant Slaughters. I have a whole bunch of these like action blasting things. And I have a couple of other Cobra Trouble Bubbles, whatever you call it. And just to give you guys an example, let me just bring this whole tray over here. Oh shit, I got more. Oh man, I ain't, okay. I got more figures here. Alright, so we have another, okay, this is the, I think that's the Firefly I'm going to keep, and I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to just show you guys what I'm doing here. Excuse me. So, yep. I should have been a lot more organized, but who am I if I'm not me, right? So I have a lot of figures here already. And then I have some Tiger Force, 2 Tiger Force vehicles. I was gonna sell one, but the hell with it, I probably want to keep both of them. You know, Eric hooked me up, fam Eric. He basically did me like he wouldn't do anybody else. You know, that's why it's good to have a lot of love with him and Alex. You know, where, you know, those 2 guys are like new brothers, new family. Like, you know, we've been dealing with each other for about almost 3 years now. I mean, it's amazing how time flies, and we're like family already. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, those 2 guys, I love them to death, man. It's nothing I wouldn't do for them, and I'm pretty sure they both would be like, same here. Of course, Alex would be like, yo, cut that mushy shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. So I'm going to show you guys this stuff here, but before I do, there's like the effects on the floor here, but that's not important. So I'm going to show you the ones that I picked out and why I kept them. So, of course, you know, anybody who knows Outback is my #1 favorite. So I got both Outbacks. That's the reason why fam Alex did me those up there. You got the Tiger Force 1.6 Outback and the regular Outback, and I might do a Chuckles. So I have the regular Outback, Tiger Force Outback, the retro Gung Ho. I have a couple of Crimson Guards here. I have 2 Destros. I might keep both. I have the Southern Slaughter Marauder Barbecue. I have a couple of the Cobra Officers and Cobra Troopers. I have Tiger Force and regular Bazooka. I love Bazooka too. I have Spirit. I have the Snow Serpent. I have a lot of Python Patrol guys like Copperhead, Cobra Officer, Cobra Trooper. I also have, I believe, 2 Cobra Ills. Torpedo. I have regular Tunnel Rat. I believe Tiger Force Tunnel Rat. Tiger Force Flint. Frag Viper. 3 Python Patrol Cobra Bats. A regular Southern Slaughter Cover Girl. Regular Flint. I don't really don't like Flint with the flak jacket. But whatever. Dusty, Big Ben, Tiger Force Dusty. I think that's Airborne. Dreadnought Zipper, Tiger Force Recondo, Lowlight, Star Brigade, and the female. Crimson Python Patrol. Who else is up here? And of course we got Dreadnought Ripper, Southern Slaughter Marauder Sarge, another Snow Trooper, 2 different versions of Storm Shadow, regular Recondo. Oh shit! Oh, that's Falcon. Okay. Beachhead, Stalker, Tripwire, Retro Scarlet, version 4. I believe version 4. Snake Eyes with the light blue. General Hawk, Shipwreck. So we got Ripper, Torch, and Buzzer. Okay. So we got those guys there. And then at the bottom here, we got Pimp Daddy Destro, some Cobra Vipers, Scrap Iron, Tamox and Zaymot, Arctic Bat, a great looking Viper, female troopers, Ali Viper, Shockwave, Torpedo, regular Copperhead, Snow Job, Zurana. So I got two Copperheads, and I have a gray looking Cobra Officer, whatever the hell he is, a black Python Patrol Televiper, and of course we have Crocmaster with Fiona. I kept those because those pay huge homage to the original Joe line. I won't go if they ever do make a zombie Viper, I love that Viper. I would have this whole wall full of them. That's a beautiful figure. That zombie Viper is bad as hell. I love that shit. And this guy, I'm contemplating on him because he's not really from the original line, so I may not keep him. And of course, we have here. He comes with a Trouble Bubble, regular Techno Viper. Televiper. Then we have here a Python Patrol Trouble Bubble or Bubble Trouble, whatever the fuck you call it. Two of the Tiger Force Rams. Whoop. We lost one, y'all. We lost one. What fell? Let me grab that real quick. Then we have here a regular Vam. I think this came with another figure that I didn't keep or I didn't take. I probably meant to take it and didn't because he's not here. And then here we got the regular Cobra Bubble. And somebody else fell. Let's see who it is. So we have Cobra Commanders here. I don't particularly like any of these Cobra Commanders, so I may not keep them because I want just the original one. And maybe an armored one. I don't like all these different ones. Then we have here a regular Sarge, which I have one here, but this Sarge sort of come with the mini one and all his accessories. So he's a keeper. I might just put it in there. Here's another Trouble Bubble or Bubble Trouble, whatever you call it. And we got this beachhead. I'm glad I did do this first because where is he? So the regular beachhead is there, so I don't need this one. I only want the ones that pay homage to the originals. I don't really care about the updated ones. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do with this roadblock yet. I want to see if they come out with a better one, so that's why I haven't put him out yet. So I'm still contemplating on that one. That's a contemplation. Man, who the hell is this guy? I gotta look him up. I don't know who this is. Oh, is this Firefly? I don't think that's Firefly. I think that's another version of Shockwave, maybe. And we have here Firefly. I don't think I have one here, so I'm gonna look it up and see what classify Firefly, because I would prefer the Firefly that looks similar to the one from the old series one, because like I said, I prefer ones that there's a couple of exceptions, if I could fucking speak. So I'll see. And of course, I already have a spirit here. I'm looking right at him. Well, I wasn't looking at him, but I know he's over there somewhere. So I don't need two spirits. Oh, whatever. I was looking for this. I know there was a Cobra Bat somewhere. So he's definitely a keeper. Then here we got the Crimson Cobra Bat. And I do like Cobra Bats, so he's a keeper. I just talked myself into that right now. I like this Lady J, but I prefer the original one. So she might be one that I'm going to get rid of. Because I prefer the one with the light green and stuff. I want her to look like, you know what I mean? I want that particular one. Of course, I think Duke, you know, you got Tiger Force Duke here. Then we have two different versions. Where is it? Of Snake Eyes. One light gray, the other one dark. I don't really know if there's a... Okay, there's a big difference between the two of them. There is a big difference between two of them outside of the wolf. You know, so there's two different versions of them. I ain't gonna really give you guys a close-up. You guys know how these fucking guys look. Then he's got two other Snake Eyes. Oh, wait a minute. Then you got the Black Brother, Televiper. Of course, that's a keeper. A regular outfit. Then you have these two. You got the Retro Snake Eyes, which I think this is the regular Commando version. So he's definitely a keeper, because that's the old one. This one, I think this is the Fortnite version, right? So I might keep him anyway. Now moving on to the Cobra Commanders. It's just so many of them. I mean, they look nice, but I'm not really a fan of him. He's like too regal. And at the end of the day, he is Cobra Commander, right? All right, well, at least I get to get rid of one, because there's two of the same exact... Oh, no. Oh, no, there's two of the same exact one here, so... That knocks it down. So there's two of the same one. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do with that one. This one can go in there. I don't need two of the same one if I don't break them. Then you got this one that comes with a nice regal, kind of like a crimson version of him. Then you have this one, which comes with like a small flocked cape. And then you have the one I just threw in there because there was two of the same one. I mean, I just really want just a regular Cobra Commander. I don't really need any of these three, to be honest. I do like that the black one with the crimson colors. That one do look kind of cool, but I don't need them. Nope, there's another one. There's another Televiper. Keep that one as well. Making sure there's nothing else here. These are just vehicles. I'll put the vehicles here until I decide what I'm going to do with them. And you have like all of like different pieces here. And yeah, that will be all of them. That will be everything that I have. Some of the other ones I put in here because they're either the same ones or ones I don't want. So yes, sirs. Outside of that, I do have this. The Baroness with the Cobra Coil. She's a nice looking one though. I mean, you know, I think they made a regular... They did, right? And let me see what this one's going for. Because I picked this up yesterday. That's crazy. So she's anywhere from 40. She's basically anywhere from $30 and up. So she's all over the place. I mean, she's nice looking, but I prefer the retro one. And then these I picked up, I think, yesterday. They only had these, and they was just sitting there for a minute, so I grabbed them. You got the Cobra Bat Python Patrol guys. So there's 4 of them here. 2's for Eric, 2's for me. So yes, sirrees to that. 2 for moi. 2 for Hing, 2 for me. I have 2 unpunched and 2 punched. So I'm gonna keep 1 unpunched. It's gonna even it out. That's how I am. That's how I roll. So he'll get 1 unpunched and 1 not. So I'll give that to him. And then today, while I was up in Yonkers doing that deal, I went to the Yonkers Target. They had some of the Super 7 regular reaction figures, but I'm not paying the same price as a Super. That's crazy. It makes them fucking figures should be like $10. They shouldn't be no fucking $20. And you'd be a damn fool to spend $20 on a fucking figure that has 5 points of articulation in 2025. When they start doing that with figures back in 1977, 78, that doesn't make no fucking sense. Especially knowing that back then the fucking figures are like $2 to $3. Now you're paying fucking 20 to 20 fucking $8 for a fucking 3-inch 3/4 5 points of articulation figure. That's fucking retarded. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, y'all, there was a flea market this weekend. That's gonna be like a real huge one. That's upstate New York. That it's supposedly be crazy big. And you know, the same guy who brought all my stuff, he's going there, and he's got guys that he buys a lot from, and they're gonna be there. And he said that place is fucking huge. So I'm gonna go there and see what I can get. He said he's gonna go early in the morning, so I'm gonna go there. It's supposed to be a couple of hours from me. I'm gonna see exactly where it is for me. He did say he sent me the address. So yeah, he did. Stoneville Flea Market. And that's in Stormville, New York. .428 New York. Let me see. New York 216. $60 miles. It's not bad. Shit, last Saturday I spent what? Fucking 7 hours on the road going to fucking Massachusetts. So 60 miles should be like what, an hour? Or about an hour. Okay, an hour and 25 minutes. It's not that far at all. I take Garden State. So basically I take Garden State. I'm going to go over the...
Let's take Garden State Parkway North Clifton and Taconic State Parkway North Putnam Valley.
I was just about to say it's going to have me take the Garden State all the way up to the end. and then they'll have me cross the Cuomo Bridge. Beautiful scenery, by the way. Then they'll take me up more. So yeah, about an hour and 81 miles from me. But I have it in here anyway, so that's cool. So I'm gonna go there. So I'll probably leave around 4 in the morning to get there for 5:30, 5:45. Because you know the early bird catches the worm at the markets, man. So I'm gonna leave early. Probably take my daughter and Isaiah with me. I'll probably take both of them. Just to do something new, and they both might find shit that they might need there. It's will be a huge market, and markets like that are real huge when they do it. When it's real big and they do it once to 2 times a year. And there's a lot of people that sell a lot of shit upstate New York that might want to go to that. That might have stuff on Facebook Marketplace that might want to go there. To sell the shit and be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? And being that there's a lot of houses and shit up there, and a lot of people probably have a lot of shit accumulated from wherever the hell they have stuff stored or picked it up, and maybe everybody's like, yo, I can't, maybe they're anxious to set up on Saturday. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm gonna go. I would like to go in my car, but what if I find some nice bikes? Or what I mean? I prefer to go in my my pickup truck. So I'm definitely gonna take the pickup. I should take my extra piece, and some so that way I can bring stuff back. I mean, it would make more sense to take my trailer up there, to be honest. That way I could put a lot of shit in the trailer, but then I gotta take all that other shit out the trailer. So I don't know. I could think of that by tomorrow, because maybe taking the trailer up there would make more sense, because I have a lot more space than just a 6.5 foot bed and half a back seat, depending on who's going with me on Saturday. So I guess we'll figure that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Other than that, I know I started this with a rant, but at least I didn't end it with one. I am gonna order some of those stands. I have like the NECA circular ones, but they take up a lot of space. Being that like these big ones here, but I have some figures on here, but I basically just put figures here, so I can get them off the floor. But a lot of these figures are gonna go in here and in there, and some of the vehicles that I have from the regular 3 3/4 line gonna go where these guys are. So yeah, but I'll just put some. I mean, some of these guys already fell down. But yeah, I do need to find a regular roadblock. I don't really like this one. Like, I like the 6-inch line. When they first came out, what started making me like it was the Pimp Daddy Destro and the regular Snake Eyes, because those are the only two that really look like the ones from the 3 3/4 line. Because when they first started doing them, I couldn't stand them. I was like, yo, these shits are trash. I was like, yo, I don't like them. I mean, some people did, some people didn't. And then, that for some reason I just started buying them, even though I didn't really care for them, but I kept them all on package. And Fam Eric gave me a lot of these guys. I mean, a lot of these guys ain't really, for what it is, it's dope. I have the space and the room for them, and I may put the vehicle ones in here and maybe all these other ones in there. I think I'm going to do that, because this is more deeper and larger, so I may just go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll put Cobra's down here and Joe's up there or something like that, just to give it, I'll figure it out. I'll pepper it up something nice. Am I going to keep these? We all know I'm not. We all know sooner or later I'm going to get rid of these and get something else. I mean, that's self-explanatory. I do have some stands somewhere that he did give me for some of these guys. I just don't know where the hell they are right now. But I need to put those stands on these guys, because there's somebody on eBay that's selling 50 stands for like $43, and they fit perfectly with these guys. They look like they're bigger versions of like the ones that come with some of the 25th anniversary figures. And some of these guys need stands. Some don't, some do. But I prefer to have all of them on stands. Only thing I'm going to have an issue with is something ever happens in here with the AC, I'll have to move all of this out the way. It is on wheels, but a lot of figures are gonna fall forward and back because of the carpet, and even if it was smooth, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. It's not a big deal. These down here, this Triple T tank needs 2 missiles. This needs some bombs because the bombs I have in there, some of them are like crappy looking. The Triple T tank here, the Melloway, it needs 1 missile. I don't care about that piece being glued and a missile. I did look it up. He does have the control stick. That's important. It is glued, but like I said, I don't give a fuck at this point. And the person on eBay, it was my fault. He did list it and show pictures of it, so I can't say shit about that. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck at this point. It is what it is. And then here, what the hell is that? Oh yeah, those are the 2 like robot Devastator things that they both need antennas. And then this hammer here needs a swivel, a gun arm, and the antenna to finish that off. And then I have my Battle Force 2000 stuff that I need to make the fortress out of. And what else I have here? That Night Raven over here, I'm gonna do something with that. I'm not gonna build another one because that's gonna be too expensive. Because it needs too much stuff. And yeah. Oh, and of course the water moccasin and the dragon boat, they need some crap too. Along with another stinger that needs a steering wheel. And then I have the grizzly tanks. I have the Night Force grizzly tank that needs the cannon. And then they both need parts, so it might be cheaper just to get 2 new grizzlies than to keep these. So I haven't decided yet, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But the room, other than that, is shaping up. It's looking really, really nice. It is looking nice. And I do have only 112 mess code that I have is that Destro down there. Obviously, you see him right there. And then the Snake Eyes. The Black Major stuff, I might just sell all those shits to I might just sell them all to Eunice. I might just sell them all because I really don't like them. I got a lot of money into them, but I'll lose money on them. They're shit. They're crappy ass figures. They're made horrible, and they look nice until you get up on them, and then the closer you get up on them, you're like, why did I do this? And when you start touching them and playing with them, I don't know how you assholes out there keep buying them. They're garbage. I'm sorry, and I call myself an asshole too, and I do that all the time because it is what it is. But it's shit. But yeah, y'all. Other than that, well, I was in Yonkers. I went to that Target and I picked up some Hot Wheels. Because I still buy and collect Hot Wheels for Isaiah. So when he gets old enough to want to sell them off, he can sell them all off to one person and at least get his money back. Worst case scenario. So I bought like maybe 8 to 12 of them maybe. And then as far as the Super 7 Reaction Ultimates, whatever the hell you call them, they had I picked him up a Duke. They had Duke and Serpentor. So I got him Serpentor and Duke. Because I'm going to show you who I have. I have Cobra Commander, Arctic Cobra Commander, Cover Girl, Duke, Zartan Cold Slither, and Raymar, and Serpentor myself. So there is one Snake Eyes that I'm missing that they did have at the Toy Vault, but I wasn't paying attention. And I'm missing Fatal Fluffy so far. So yeah, I'm missing those. And I do like them. You know, Fam Eric did talk me into getting them, and you know, the more I look at them, I'm like, you know, they look kind of cool. They have a different look to them. I mean, you know, they are O-ring, but they still have that. They still kind of pay homage to the old G.I. Joe. Obviously, I think they do a better. They probably make a better plastic now. The paint apps are pretty cool. I mean, look at that. Looks nice. At first, when he was talking, I was like, "Get the fuck out of here! I ain't doing none of that." And now here I am dealing with that. So yeah, I might keep this guy just because he's kind of like crimsonish. But this Lady J and Roadblock, I'm definitely not keeping. I don't like them. I want the original ones. So I'll wait for those. So I just made my mind up on those if I don't break any of them. And there's, I guess, wait a minute, that's not Firefly, is it? Maybe that is. They don't got Cobra on them. I gotta look this guy up and see who he is. But this is definitely Firefly. You got Cobra on him. This guy got to figure. Oh, wait a minute. They got to figure out who this guy is. But whatever, y'all. You know, anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.